Hi there, Kat Lewis here. So a lot of you ask, how do you get a remote job with no experience? Well, the good news is there are only two simple steps. One is to apply to the right job, a job that doesn't require experience, and the other is to put keywords into your resume. So I'm going to show you 7 companies that always have remote jobs where you don't need experience, and I'm going to walk you through at least one job with each of these companies. And as we're going through the jobs, I'll talk about some of the keywords in each job description that you should put in your resume. And I want to mention this, if when you're viewing this video, the jobs I talk about are no longer available, keep this video handy because these companies always have no experience needed remote jobs. Okay, so the first company we're going to talk about is SelectQuote. So when you land on their careers page, and I'll put a link in the description below this video for all of these jobs. So landing on the careers page of SelectQuote, we're just going to scroll down a little bit. You don't want to click on this Apply Today button right here because that's for the licensed sales agent jobs. So we're going to scroll down just a little bit on this careers page and we're going to click on the View Openings link. And from here under Locations, just click on this pull down arrow and click on Remote US. And then you're going to click on the search, and then we're going to sort by ID descending. That way you'll get the most recent jobs front and center. So scrolling down the available jobs, we're looking at the Customer Success Agent position. So here's the job lead for the Customer Success Agent position. This is a full-time remote position, and they tell us up front they'll pay between $45,000 and $60,000 per year, which comes to between $21.63 and $28.84 per hour. So I'm going to take a look at this job description. I'm scrolling down to see what kind of experience and expectations they want of you. They tell us right here all they need is a high school diploma or a GED, and they prefer you have previous telesales sales experience, and that's just preferred, it's not required. And they recommend you have experience with client relations, and that's just recommended, it's not required. And they prefer you have work from home experience, again, just preferred, not required. So the main responsibility for this job will be to take inbound calls to newly enrolled and existing policyholders to ensure customer satisfaction. So this is your typical customer service position. Now they want you to have strong interpersonal skills, a proven ability to navigate and resolve conflict, and all the typical soft skills you need for just about every job. So some of the keywords you want to put on your resume include strong interpersonal skills, you can resolve conflict, you're organized, you have a strong work ethic, and maybe something like you're comfortable taking inbound phone calls. So those are all keywords you should put on your resume. It'll just increase your chance of getting this no experience needed remote job. The next company and job I'm going to talk about is with Pi Insurance, and I actually talk about this company quite a bit on this channel. They always seem to have remote jobs available. So we're going to land on their careers page and we're going to click on the See Open Positions link. And from there we're just going to scroll down and we're going to check out this Underwriting Associate position. So first off, I want to see how much this job pays. Down here they tell us they'll pay between $50,000 and $65,000 per year, which is actually a pretty good salary for one that doesn't require experience. So that comes to between $24.03 and $31.25 per hour. So as far as requirements, all you need is a high school degree or equivalent. They prefer you have a bachelor's degree, and that's just preferred. It's not required. And this might concern you. They tell us they'd like you to have a minimum of 1 year experience with commercial lines. That's preferred. Workers' compensation or other P&C lines is preferred, or relevant work experience. So they're not requiring you have that experience, and that's why I'm including this job in the no experience needed remote jobs. But if you do have any kind of related experience, you'll definitely stand out. So as far as keywords, if you have any of that experience, definitely include that in your resume. And they want you to have knowledge of web-based and cloud-based platforms. So that's not really related to the actual job. Those are just skills that you really should have with pretty much any kind of job that you want to get. And those include things like Salesforce, Excel, Google Suite, those kind of things. And they also prefer you have experience communicating in internal chat platforms such as Slack and Teams. So those are more keywords you want to put on your resume. If you're familiar with Slack, Teams, Excel, Salesforce, definitely make sure to put those in the skills section of your resume. So what will you be doing in this position? You'll process submissions that come from numerous channels and capture data in systems of record. You'll gather, consolidate, and input information from third-party services and partners and conduct risk and exposure research. So this is a really good no experience needed remote job if you want to get into the insurance industry or if you want to do underwriting as a career. This is a great stepping stone for better jobs in your future. The third company I'm going to talk about is American Specialty Health. So on their careers page, we're just going to click on this View Current Job Postings right here. And we're going to click on the View Open Positions link. And from here under Select Location, we're going to click on US Remote, hit the search button. So this will show you all the remote positions they have, and the one I'm going to talk about today is the Customer Service Rep Clinical. So this is a full-time remote position. They'll pay $15 per hour. And yes, they will provide equipment in this job and they'll train you remotely. So scrolling down just a little bit, we're going to look at the qualifications. They'd like you to have a high school diploma or equivalent. That's required, and pretty much everybody has a high school diploma or equivalent. If not, a GED is pretty simple to get. You need basic computer skills and you have strong verbal communication skills. And don't let this scare you. They tell us they'd like you to have at least 1 year experience performing customer service duties. Inbound call center experience is preferred. Seriously, don't let that discourage you from applying for this job. If you ever had any kind of position where you dealt with the public in any capacity, that qualifies. So no matter what, if you were a server, you were a bartender, you worked the customer service counter at TJ Maxx, that definitely qualifies as customer service. So then they list the core competencies, and those include the demonstrated ability to interact in a positive, respectful manner. You have the ability to display excellent customer service. You have excellent listening and interpersonal communication skills. You're organized. You know how to prioritize your work. You're comfortable working in a constantly changing environment. You're analytical, and you have the ability to exercise strict confidentiality in all matters. So picking out some keywords to put on your resume, you definitely want to include customer service skills if you have that. You also want to include things like you have excellent listening skills, you're organized, you can be confidential, those kind of things. So as far as what you're going to be doing in this particular job, you're going to be answering incoming calls in a professional, accurate, and timely, courteous manner. So that's the number one thing that you're going to be doing. So definitely include that on your resume, that you're comfortable taking inbound calls. You'll ascertain the nature of the call and record information in the communication log. Another thing that you want to include on your resume. You have good interpersonal skills and you're able to read between the lines and decipher what people want. You'll also look up member information using proprietary American Specialty Health systems and utilize appropriate resources, including those online, to provide timely responses. So put this on your resume. You're comfortable using a computer and you're able to utilize resources online. So this is the third company, American Specialty Health. I'll put a direct link in the description below this video to the careers page for this company. The fourth company I'm going to talk about is Flex Pro Meals, and they always seem to have entry-level remote jobs. So landing on their careers page, they list all the jobs they have currently available, but if they happen to have more jobs than what you can fit on the screen, just click on this All Statuses button and sort by remote. So the job we're going to take a look at is the customer service representative position. This is a full-time remote position, and all they want is a high school diploma or equivalent, as well as excellent communication and interpersonal skills. You're able to multitask, you're a problem solver, you're familiar with Microsoft Office products, you have a quiet workspace and reliable internet, and they prefer you have previous customer service experience, and that's just preferred, it's not required. So they'll pay between $15 and $19 per hour, and what you'll be doing is answering customer inquiries via phone, email, and chat. So this is your basic entry-level customer service position. So some of the things you want to put on your resume are you have phone skills, you're an excellent communicator, you're a problem solver. So take a look at these things on your resume in the skills section. Just make sure to put down some of these keywords such as multitasking, strong problem-solving skills, familiar with Microsoft Office, those kind of things, okay? And something else worth mentioning, it goes right along with problem-solving skills. Somewhere on your resume indicate that you're able to resolve customer complaints. Alrighty, so the fifth company I'm going to talk about is OneCall. So landing on their careers page, we're going to click on the Open Positions button. And from here, we're just going to scroll down a little bit. We're going to click on this Work From Home option here on the left. And that'll bring up all the remote work from home positions. So we're just going to take a look. Feel free to take a look at any of these jobs. If any of them interest you, for sure, click on them. So I'm interested in this Accounts Payable Associate Level 1 job. This is a full-time work-from-home position, and I'm just going to scroll down here. I'm looking to see how much this one pays. Right here, they tell us they'll pay between $17.49 and $25.35 per hour. And as far as requirements, qualifications, that sort of thing, they want you to have a high school diploma or a GED. You have proficient computer skills and data entry. You have critical thinking and problem-solving skills. You're able to manage your time. You're able to multitask in a fast-paced environment. You're able to read, decipher therapy claims. You have good verbal, written, and communication skills. You're organized. You're able to work with minimal supervision, and you have exceptional customer service skills. So all of those are skills that you want to enter on your resume. And they also tell us they'd like you to have a general understanding of accounts payable. So when it comes to that for your resume, you can go ahead and indicate that you're familiar with accounts payable. Those are the keywords because, you pay your bills, right? You're comfortable paying your bills through mail as well as online. So in this job, you'll manage, code, and file invoices, you'll administer check runs on a daily basis, and you'll update therapy clinics information in the company system. So there's a lot of data entry in this position. So make sure to put on your resume you're comfortable using a computer and you have good data entry skills. All those things I mentioned will give you a leg up in getting this job. That brings us to the sixth company I'm going to share. This one is R1, and clicking on the careers link, they actually have remote jobs in the US, India, and the Philippines. But because I'm located in the US, I'm going to click on the US careers. Then I'm going to click on the search open positions. And like all the companies, I'm going to put a direct link to the careers page in the description below this video. So then in the search bar, I'm going to type the word remote. That'll pull up all the work from home positions. And I'm going to take a look at the customer success agent job. This is a full-time remote position, and you'll be working between the hours of 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. It's a 9-hour shift, Monday through Friday, and they will train you in this position. I saw that down here. Training is Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. Central Time to 6 p.m. Central Time, 2 weeks virtual classroom training. So as far as requirements, you need a high school diploma or equivalent. That's required. You need excellent customer service skills, moderate computer skills. They prefer you're bilingual in English and Spanish, and that's just preferred, it's not required. They also prefer you have prior remote virtual call center experience. Again, just preferred, not required. And they prefer you're familiar with insurance concepts and or medical terminology, and that too is preferred. But if you want to pick up some medical terminology, I'll put a link to a great resource in the description below this video. So when it comes to your resume, indicate that you're comfortable using computers and you're familiar with Microsoft Office 365. You're internet savvy and you know your way around email. So as far as Microsoft Office 365, that includes Excel, Word, PowerPoint, those kind of things. But if you're not familiar with those programs, I'll put a link in the description below to a free training course where you can pick up those things. So in this role, you'll answer inbound calls from patients and insurance companies regarding billing questions. You'll resolve problems by clarifying issues, researching and exploring answers, and gather and enter patient information into hospital host system. So there's going to be quite a bit of phone work and data entry in this position, and don't forget they will train you in this job. So as far as keywords on your resume, you want to make sure to indicate you have good customer service skills, you have excellent writing and communication skills, you're comfortable using a computer, you have problem resolution skills, and you know how to do data entry. The final company I'm going to share is Hop Skip Drive, and they frequently have no experience needed remote jobs. So we're going to go to their careers page, and they have quite a few remote job openings available, so feel free to look at any of these if they interest you. But the one we're going to take a look at today is the Car Driver Support Specialist. This is a full-time remote position, and I'm just going to see how much this one pays. Way down here, they tell us they'll pay between $18 and $19 per hour. But they're only hiring remotely in a handful of states. So if you live in Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Maryland, Michigan, Missouri, North Carolina, New Jersey, New Mexico, Nevada, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, or Wisconsin, you can apply for this job. So you'll be responding to a wide range of user questions quickly and clearly. So this is a customer service kind of position. You'll take ownership of solving user problems through effective probing. You'll troubleshoot the website as well as the app. You'll provide omni-channel support via phone, email, text, and chat. You'll suggest changes to the service, and you'll also contribute to the growing library of content, including macros and internal knowledge base articles, and provide solutions that align with Hop Skip Drive's brand purpose and policies. So as I read through that, some keywords jumped out at me, such as solve user problems, troubleshoot, and solutions. So you can see you're solutions oriented. So that's what you're going to be doing in this position. As far as qualifications, you need to be comfortable working in a fast-paced startup environment. You're honest, you exhibit high integrity, you're proactive and excited to bring new ideas to the company. You solicit feedback and you're open to criticism, and you adjust quickly to changes in priorities and conditions and cope effectively with complexity and change. You have high attention to detail skills, you're an excellent communicator, and above all, you want to build something that fundamentally changes the lives of families for the better. So there are a lot of clues here to put in your resume. You definitely want to include that you're an excellent communicator, you're a good collaborator, you have good time management skills, you're a problem solver, and you're comfortable using websites and apps. You're also proactive, you adjust easily, and you have attention to detail skills. So I hope I answered your question of how to get a remote job if you have no experience. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you get all the job leads when I post them. Thank you so much for visiting, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.